Welcome to another session of India Size and Location of Class 9 CBSE. This lesson is a very short lesson, but yet it is very important. We can see the contents. The contents are shown. So, India Size and Location. After independence, India has seen vast progress in agriculture and industry, technology, and overall economic development. When we see the location and the longitudinal extent, the yellow color, we all know the country which is colored in yellow is India. We see the longitudinal extent. Longitude means the vertical line which is there. Here you can see that 8 degree 4, and here you have 37 degree 6. That is the longitudinal extent, and latitudinal extent is 97 degree 25, 68 degree 7. These are the longitudinal and latitudinal extent. You see here, Tropic of Cancer, this line in middle which is going. This is a Tropic of Cancer, and here Tropic of Cancer divides India into two equal halves. So where is Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Bay of Bengal found? They are found here. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are seen in Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep Islands are situated in Arabian Sea. So the same thing, it is the importance of location. It lies in the northern hemisphere. Latitudes are 8 degree 4 north and 37 degree 6 north. Longitude 68 degree 7 east and 97 degree 25 east. Tropic of Cancer divides 23 degree and 30 north, divides the country into two. So all this we have seen. The same thing is again given in points. Give the importance of India's location. If the question is asked like that, you will be writing it in points. This is more than enough. So if we see the country, size of a country, how it is shown in a comparative graph there. Russia is the first largest country, and we have India as the 7th largest country. The same thing if it is given in points in the next slide, but still I would like to read it for you. India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. Total area accounts 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. It is the 7th largest country. It has the land boundary of 15,200 kilometer. Total length of the coastline, including Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands, comes to about 7,516.6 kilometer. So it is bound by young fold mountains, Himalayas in the northwest, north, and the northeast. From about 22 degree north latitude, it begins to taper. The bottom part of India, it extends into the Indian Ocean, and further it divides India. The Indian Ocean is divided into two because of the size of India. Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal are made divisions of Indian Ocean. Presence of Indian Ocean in the south and Himalayas in the north are responsible for monsoonal type of climate. Can be a 1-mark question. So the same thing is given in points. Now coming to an important session of the lesson, Standard Meridian and Indian Standard Time, what it is actually. You can see here, children, from here in this end, that is Arunachal Pradesh, this is the end which falls in the far east of India. And what is the far west of India? The point is Gujarat. So we all know sun rises in the east. So where will the sun rise first? Means it is here in Arunachal Pradesh. So from there till the sun comes to this end, it is like 2 hours difference is there. So here, for example, if it is 5 o'clock here, the same sunrise will be here at 7 o'clock. So a country cannot have two different times at two different areas. So for that, to avoid confusion, our geographers have taken the middle longitude, the middle longitude, that is the standard meridian of India. Here, this standard meridian of India passes through a place in Uttar Pradesh. That place is called as Mirzapur. Okay, so that standard meridian of India is 82 degree 30. You can find out the dimensions here. 82 degree 30. So I think you all understood. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of about 2 hours. Standard meridian of India passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, and this is taken as the standard time for the whole country. So, can be a 3-mark question. Why is standard meridian taken? So that is the answer. It should be these points. If you write, it's more than enough. Okay. Indian Standard Time is about 5.5 hours ahead of GMT. GMT means the time at the Greenwich Mean Time. So here the points are given. Importance of India. 7th largest country. Total area. It is given in kilometers square. North to south extent is 3,214 kilometer. East-west extent is about 2,933 kilometer. Land frontier is 15,200 kilometer. Coastline 7,517 kilometer. India and the world. India is located centrally. The Trans-Indian Ocean connects with other countries worldwide. Europe, Africa, and Asia are like connected through the Trans-Indian Ocean. I'll be telling you what it is. No country, there is one more question. Why is Indian Ocean named after India? And there is no other country or any other ocean is not named after any country. It is only Indian Ocean which is named after India. Why is it so? So it is given in clearly in red color. No country in the Indian Ocean has a long coastline other than India. Hence, the ocean got the name Indian Ocean. So it can be a 1-mark question, children. Okay. Connection with the world. Indian connection with the world. So you all should understand there were people who came, who are coming or still continue to come into India. First, when they came, it was through the land route. Okay. Later on, sea routes were found. So it is a part of history why sea routes were found. So first, people used to travel into India through the land routes. Later on, sea routes were found. How did they travel through the land? So in the Himalayas, there are a few passes. That means the passes, they are the break in the mountain chain. So the smaller breaks in the mountain chain allow travelers to come inside India. So Khyber and Bolan are few such examples of the passes. Because of the passes, people came into India through the land route. Okay. When they came inside India, there happened the exchange of ideas and commodities. What were the ideas which were taken from India and how the other countries' ideas have come into India? We will see that now. What were the Indian ideas which were taken to the world through the passes? The great epics Ramayana and Mahabharata, Upanishads, stories from Panchatantra, Indian numerals, the decimal system of India have reached many parts of the world. Because of the passes, people came inside and took our ideas to the world. What did we learn from the travelers? Example, the trade of muslin and spices flourished very much well. People like to have our spices, and that muslin cloth was very famous at that time. The influence of Greek sculptures and architectural styles of dome and minarets. So these are the minarets which are example. For example, I have taken, you should understand what is a minaret. So all our masjids or mosques, they have the dome and the minarets. These were carried from West Asia inside India. Okay. So this is how India is situated centrally. I told you about the Trans-Indian Sea Route. So here, the dotted lines near the Indian Ocean here, eh, the dotted lines through the Indian Ocean are the Trans-Indian Sea Routes. Okay, this sea route is like very busy. Most of the time it is busy. You can see how Mumbai is connected through many of the ports around. So the land used to come like this. The land route comes like this. I will just tell you. You can see here from the west, they travel to Syria. From Syria, they come into Iran. And from Iran, they used to come into Pakistan. Today, Pakistan is divided, but in olden days, Pakistan was a part of India, right? So they were coming very easily. That the dark colored line shows you the land route. The dotted line shows you the sea route. That's all. Okay. Now here I would like to tell you something very important. In the next map, you will understand that one. I'll just show you. Importance of India's location, well connected with other important countries of Eastern and Western world through sea routes. It is on the international highway of trade and commerce. That means the busiest route for business. These routes have contributed in exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient time. And here comes the important part. Since the opening of Suez Canal in 1869, India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometers. Where is that Suez Canal? I'll come back to the old map. Just see here. Here. I will point out with my mouse. You can see here. This is Red Sea. In Red Sea, the end of Red Sea is Suez Canal. So you have a small land which was cut open and Suez Canal was constructed. So I will show you how the distance has reduced in the next map, enlarged map I will show you. You see there. So here it is. From Europe, people used to come like that. After the Suez Canal was constructed, this is Mediterranean Sea, through Mediterranean Sea, and this is Red Sea. There is just a small gap of land. That land was cut open and Suez Canal was constructed. So you can see this distance, and from Red Sea, they used to travel and they come directly to Mumbai. It is very short, okay? Compared to this line, which is coming around Africa into Atlantic Ocean, then from Atlantic Ocean coming into Indian Ocean and reaching Mumbai is around 19,800 kilometers, or in miles it is 12,300 miles. But here you can see 7,200 miles or 11,600 kilometers. So 19,000 kilometers became 11,000 kilometers. So this is a very short route to reach India. So Suez Canal was an important man-made structure which helped to reduce the distance from India and Europe. So the same thing again enlarged and shown. Mediterranean Sea, we have Suez Canal. From Suez Canal, we can come into Red Sea and we can directly come and land into Mumbai port. India and neighboring countries. So many countries are there which are neighboring. You can see here, Afghanistan is connected with, as a state, you can see which state is which state has border with Afghanistan is only Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan has so many states around, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, and even Jammu and Kashmir. Like that, we do have states here, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Maldives. Maldives is a group of islands, right? The same thing in another map, it is told China, Tibet, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. Maldives is missing in this map. So here, how it is connected with, it's for an extra knowledge. Pakistan is present in the northwest direction, bordering states Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, and Jammu and Kashmir. Afghanistan is in the northwest, Jammu and Kashmir, it is a bordering state. China is in the north, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh are the bordering states of China. Nepal, it is in the north again, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, and Sikkim. Neighboring country Bhutan, it is in the north. Sikkim, West Bengal, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh are the bordering states. Myanmar is in the east. Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. Bangladesh is in the east. West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. Sri Lanka, it is present in the south, southeast we can say. Maldives is present in the southwest. They are not connected with India, but still they are bordering, they are the neighboring countries. So in the book, it still talks 7, okay? Union territories are 7, but newly joined Ladakh becomes the 8th union territory. States are 29. Sri Lanka is separated from India through Pak Strait and Gulf of Mannar. You can see here. Here you have Pak Strait and Gulf of Mannar, this place. So here, before 1947, there were 2 types of states. That is provinces ruled by Britishes, and princely states ruled by local rulers, kings. So here, after 1947, when the Britishers went, the provinces which were under the Britishers directly came into the Indian government hands. Whereas princely states, the Britishers asked them whether you want to continue to rule your place, or will you join with Pakistan, or will you join with India. They were given choices. Princely states, many of the princely states, they told they will rule themselves, but slowly our Indian leaders made the princely states to come and join with the Indian Union. That's it. We have come to the end of the session. Hope you have enjoyed. Everything is given in points. Thank you very much.